In chess, we always talk about end game. I do the same thing in jiu-jitsu. I start experts just looking at the mechanics of breaking people and all the submission holds that I teach. You should know that I teach only a very small number of submission holds, around 6. It's interesting. My students have by far and away the highest submission rate in contemporary jiu-jitsu, but they only learn around 6 to 7 submission holds. I start them with mechanics, where they learn the end game, how to break someone. Once they develop in their mind the belief that if, the conditional if, they can get to one of those 6 positions, there's a very high likelihood they'll win. If they truly believe that, when it's competition time, they'll fucking find a way to get to those positions.
That's confidence.
But if you don't believe, let's say you believe, man, if I get to a finishing position, an armbar or a strangle, there's only like a 20% chance I'll finish with it. How hard are you going to fight to get to that position? You're not. Why? Why would you? But if you believe there's a 98% chance, if you get to that position, you'll finish, you'll find a way to get there.
That is so powerful. There's certain things, and maybe going back to judo a little bit, is there's a clock choke for people who are listening, is with the gi, when a person is in a turtle position, in a crouching position. This is something that's done in judo quite a bit. But doesn't matter what the technique is, I have a belief in my head that there's not a person in the world that I can't choke with that clock choke.
That's a good belief to have.
And I've done that, and that it was it built on itself. The belief made the technique better and better and better.
Now you're onto something. That's exactly the mindset that I'm trying to coach.
But that's step 1. You have to believe that.
But you got to start somewhere.
But then
it's step 1.
But then you have to create a system.
But it's a damn important step.
Yeah.
So you coach the end game first, and then you fill in the details afterwards.
Yeah, that's a huge confidence builder. But I have to say, to admit, and it makes me sad, but I think I'm not alone. I think majority of jiu-jitsu people are like this, that I didn't do the beginner step that you talk about, which is focusing on escapes. I think I learned the wrong lessons from losing. I remember in a blue belt competition long ago, I think it was the finals of Atlanta IBJJF tournament, and there's a person that passed my guard, and he took mount, and he stayed in mount for a long time, and I couldn't breathe. And it was like one of those things where I was truly dominated. I don't think I've been dominated in a jiu-jitsu match quite like that before or after. And the lesson I learned from that is I'm not going to as opposed to working on escapes, I'm not going to let anyone pass my guard.
Yeah. What you learned is don't take risks.
Don't take risks.
Yeah. Which is ultimately what kills you. Ultimately, if you become the best you can, you got to take risks. As they say, nothing risked, nothing gained. Failure usually makes us even more risk averse than we started. We're already mentally biased, being human beings in that direction, and failure tends to reinforce that. I work hard in my training programs to try and correct that fault.